Done, ma'am. Check कीजिए.
Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am. So, good afternoon once again, students. In today's lesson, we are going to discuss official letters. Well, talking about letters in modern world, people generally they prefer to send short messages via telephone, WhatsApp, email, and they have little time or you can say interest also to write long letters. But still, no doubt, email has kept the art of letter writing alive. And when we talk about letter writing, it has its own utility too. We cannot exactly do without letters, you know. The letters, they have their own advantages. You can easily share your thoughts and feelings. They can be used to convey the messages which exactly sometimes we hesitate to utter on phone or speak to a person in his presence. So they can be used to invite or to complain also. So we all know very well that how letters are divided in two parts. It is one is formal letters and other is informal letters. So today we are going to discuss under the formal letters category, that is official letters. Just a quick recap of formal letters, that it is written to an official, a businessman or an editor, etc. The tone and style is formal and very objective. The purpose is always clearly stated in the formal letters. So basically, we write formal letters to make inquiries, complaints, recommendation, to inform something to others, appeal to someone for some favor, or persuade others to our viewpoint. Sometimes we also warn somebody against some undesirable thing. Sometimes we want our problems to be solved, or we want to express our opinion or a matter of general concern. Then formal letters are written. Now today what we are going to learn is formal letters, and the category is official letters. So talking about official letters, it is written by an individual or on behalf of an organization. It is addressed to the concerned official of a bank, a gas agency, telephone department, police department, municipal authority, etc., with a view to seek some information, addressing a problem, or seeking relief, and to give some suggestions for the improvements. So official letters are of two types. One is letter of complaint and the other is letters of inquiry. So let us discuss one by one these two. Talking about official letters, letters of complaint. This letter is written to address any type of wrongdoing or offense or any type of grievance, resentment arising out of some, you can say, poor services because of rash driving, poor treatment of street dogs, and the list can be unlimited. So when you're not satisfied with the services provided by a person or any agency or any organization, or when you see people doing something wrong, when you want to express your grievances or when you want to make complaints, we write official letter of complaint. Talking about letters of inquiry, a letter of inquiry asks someone for specific information. So it could be written with respect to an item that a person is interested, that is in a course that a person wants to study, a vacation trip that a person wants to go on, etc. So you can ask any type of information. Suppose if you want to purchase an item, you can inquire about that. You want to opt a course, you can write a letter of inquiry. You want to go for a vacational trip, you can inquire about the trip or about the booking of ticket, etc. So in that case, the letters of inquiry are written. Talking about the spelling beta, about inquiry and inquiry, both are same. You can write with E as ENQUIRY, or you can also write with I, that is INQUIRY. Marking scheme. Now, previously letters were of 6 marks in your syllabus, but now as per the new syllabus, the letter is of 5 marks. So the distribution goes like this. For format, 1 mark. The format includes the proper layout, which includes sender's address, date, receiver's address, subject, salutation, complimentary, close. Then the content, 2 marks, which includes relevant ideas to be presented in a coherent way. When we say coherent way, that means logical way of presenting the ideas in a proper sequential manner. That means we use connectors appropriately. We divide into paragraphs the subject matter, and there should be minimum 3 paragraphs, which will include the introduction, the body, the main content part, and then the third paragraph where you provide suggestions. Then the next is expression, which is of 2 marks. It includes grammatical accuracy, spellings, 1 mark. Coherence, relevance of ideas and style, and also creativity, 1 mark. Mark this that the word limit for writing a letter is 120 to 150 words. And an important note here, no mark is awarded if only the format is given. If you write only the format in your examination and you don't add anything to it, then marks are not awarded. Credit is given for the candidate's originality and creativity in presenting his or her ideas. Mixing up of the traditional and modern layout is not acceptable, because the format that we use is the international block format in writing letters. This has already been explained when we had discussed letters to editors. So you should not mix the traditional format with the modern layout. For now, when we write any kind of formal letter, we basically go for the international block letter format. So this is the format. First is the sender's address, which includes the house number or the street number and the city. Then we write the date. Then we write the inside or the addressee's address. Addressee is the person to whom you are addressing the letter and his address. Then salutation. Salutation, basically, we go for sir or ma'am or dear sir or dear ma'am. Then we add the subject. Subject can be added before the salutation or after the salutation. Then we write the body of the letter, which includes the beginning, then the content, and the end. So 3 distinct paragraphs should be there while writing the body. Then we write the subscription, that is the complimentary clause, where you write yours sincerely or yours truly. Mark these words. You can also write yours faithfully here too. Some useful lines when you are writing official letters. Suppose you are writing a letter of complaint. You can start your letter this way. I wish to bring it to your notice that I would like to draw the immediate attention of the concerned authority. Here you can mention directly the name of the person also, like municipal commissioner, the police commissioner, etc., instead of going for the word concerned authority. Then the another way is, may I draw the dash's attention? Here you can write the name of the concerned authority to a matter of utmost concern that deserves immediate redressal. Then you can always start with this common line with reference to the above mentioned subject. Or if you're writing a letter of inquiry, I saw your advertisement in the newspaper and I want to inquire about. So you can start with this line. Or this letter is in reference to the advertisement published in, you will write the name of the newspaper, then dated, you will write the date, and then you will start, I want to inquire. And you can also write this way.
Hello, sorry, ma'am.
Anji,
By
it's okay.
Yes.
After reading your advertisement about, I wish to make certain inquiries. More examples of useful lines like I'm writing in response, I'm writing to complain about, I read your advertisement for, I would be grateful for information about, could you tell me if, I wish to find out more about, I look forward to receiving a reply. These are some of the useful lines with which you can begin your letter. Some important tips which you must consider while writing the letter. Be brief, clear, concise, and to the point. You must understand the fact that the letter that you are writing to a person, he is extremely busy person, and in official letter, we must be very brief. The idea should be clearly explained. It should be concise, to the point. Use a proper layout format, that is for these formal letters, and it is always advised to use block format. Given above written, I'll be writing it. Actually, I deleted the slide here. Use of punctuation marks is adopted in the indented form, but it is dispensed within the block format. Indented form means when you write the receiver's address, after that you shift a little towards the right and you add dear sir. That is the indented form, when you give proper indentation. But when we and we write commas also there, but when we are using the block format, comma is not to be added at the end of each sentence. Even if you are writing, suppose you are writing the municipal commissioner, so you'll not put a comma over there, right? Even after writing city name, so nowhere you will place comma. Do not mix the two format. It would be better for you to practice and follow the block format, which is in vogue. Vogue means in fashion. Okay? After the introduction of the computers, basically now all the organizations, they prefer the letters to be written in block format. Convey facts briefly but impressively. Use appropriate sentence. Indicate the theme in the initial para of the body of letter. What you want to say, it should be made very clear in the first opening lines of your letter. Develop your points in the middle paragraph and conclude by giving suggestions in the final part of the body of the letter. It is very important because when you are writing a complaint, you must provide the suggestions too. Marks are equally divided for mentioning the problems and also solutions thereof, right? And go for giving some practical suggestions. Don't just write those lines like government should do this and that. See to the facts that what are the existing provisions already in the society, and look for the betterment of those provisions, how those can be enhanced, how those can be implemented in a better way, right? So that way, go for those kind of suggestions, some practical suggestions. Use simple and direct language. Avoid the use of long and high sounding words and ambiguous constructions. Don't go for very heavy words, because maybe if the matter is not clear to the reader, your problem will not be resolved properly. Be very courteous. Even if you are making a complaint, you are not to use any slang over there. Be very formal and courteous in telling your ideas and opinion, even if you are lodging a complaint or you are criticizing somebody. You should be very polite and charming in your words too. आपको अपने शब्दों में भी बहुत ज़्यादा polite होने की ज़रूरत है. So some points which you must remember about the block format, that is, there is no indentation. That means you start by writing the letter from extreme left. Even if you make a paragraph change to it, you start from a new line, again sticking to the left side of your margin. Each block begins with margin on the left hand side. Extra space should be left between different sections and paragraph. Presentation should be clear. And if you are making a paragraph change, better start from a new line, leaving one line in between. Omit punctuation marks in address, date, or salutation. That means you will not add any full stop or comma in any of these mentioned. In case you put a comma in the address, use it throughout. In case, suppose you have written comma, then the similar format should be used. Do not mix the two systems. I'm repeating it again. The traditional format and the block format, these two should not be mixed. Now let's read a quick example here. So you are Sanjit of 122 Arjun Nagar, New Delhi. A number of scooters and cars are parked in your locality without any order, causing blockage of the street. Write a letter to the local secretary of the Residents Association complaining against this problem. So see, this is the block format. Every line starts from the margin left side. Even if the paragraph changes there, but no indentation is there, right? So first, what is to be written? The sender's address, that is 122. Maybe it is the house number or street number, Arjun Nagar, name of the colony, New Delhi, the city. Then you write the date. You have to see that you write the full name of the month. Either you can write February 20, 2019 or 20th February 2019. Full name of the month is to be written. Use these two formats. Don't mix the date. Then we write the name of the addressee, the receiver, the secretary. So the is to be added with the addressee's name, then the address. Then write the salutation. You can write dear sir or sir. After that, the subject. Now, subject must begin with the verb like complaining regarding the issue, or you can write with the noun complaint regarding the issue of bad parking habits in the locality. You can underline even the main points in your letter. So you start your letter by this way. I would like to drive your attention to the bad parking habits of residents in our locality. So your problem is clearly explained in the very introductory line. It is resulting in a lot of chaos and no place for parking for those who come back late. Paragraph change, you will elaborate your problem. Despite defining the area assigned to each vehicle, cars are parked amidst two parking spots. One vehicle occupies the space for 2 to 3 vehicles, leading to mismanagement. Two-wheelers are placed nowhere near the allotted zone. This creates problem for other people as they have to then spend a lot of time finding parking spots in other localities. It induces frustration and tension for safety of vehicles. Various notices and warnings have been given to the rule violators, but to our dismay, no betterment can be seen. I request you to take strict action as this is leading to fights between the residents. An effective and speedy action is expected considering the depth of the situation. Yours sincerely, Sanjit. We can also add thanking you if we are asking services from particular person. You can always add thanking you here, or you can avoid also. So this is one letter where we are making a complaint, right? So this way you will explain your problem and you will ask for the solution to the problem. Let's take an example, another type, that is letter of inquiry. You are Jolly of class 12. You are interested in pursuing a course in visual communication. You have seen an advertisement issued by the National Institute of Communication, Pune, offering courses in media and communication. Write a letter to the director seeking information about their courses, fee structure, placement opportunities, etc. So this is your question. Let's see the solution. So you will first write your address, then date, then the director, National Institute of Communication, Pune. Then the subject, seeking information about the course in visual communication. Then the salutation, dear sir or sir. This is in response to your advertisement in the Daily, dated 12th April 20, you can mention the year, regarding courses offered by your institute in media and communication. I have just appeared for my class 12 examination and am interested in pursuing a course in visual communication. So briefly, you will give information about your interest, that what you want to pursue through the organization. As very little information is available about this course, I would be extremely grateful if you could send me detailed information about it so as to enable me to move on to the next step and try to seek admission in your reputed institute. Please forward the following details at the earliest. And when you are writing about the information that you want to seek, please make a proper list there. Number it. 1. Procedure for admission. duration of the course, eligibility criteria, course fee, installment for each term, placement opportunities available after course completion, any other relevant information related to this course. I am extremely keen to join the above mentioned course and would be obliged if you mail me a prospectus for the same in the self-addressed stamped envelope enclosed herewith. Awaiting your early response. Yours sincerely, Jolly. So this way you will write a letter where you want to seek information. So dear students, this is all about official letters.